Hi everyone, it's Az here from HeelvsBabyface. We're getting straight into it today. So, spoilers. If you don't want to know what happens at the end of Battle for Azeroth, please do not proceed any further. But do go to my Etsy store, buy a mug, join, hit the like button. I don't care. You've had your warning. So, 3, 2, 1, plop. So, if you were aware, yesterday the raid came out for America. Today it comes out for Europe. And it was cleared, as you would expect. So we have the ending for Battle for Azeroth. Despite some people still holding on to the theory that there's going to be more story given once the mythic boss has been killed. Wouldn't hold your breath. It has been massively underwhelming for a lot of people. What happens is N'Zoth gets hit by the Dragon Soul, the tower from Lord of the Rings falls down, and then Firelands crumbles. It's pretty much that. And it goes on for 21 seconds, and then it just goes white light, darkness. That is it. That is it. So, people posted comments and gave their reaction in the like to dislike ratio, and that's what we're looking at. Something that was massively ratioed. However, Blizzard, in their infinite wisdom, have decided to unlist the video. Now, this is actually important because it shows a couple of things. First of all, it shows that they don't want eyes on this. When you unlist a video on YouTube, it means that you want as few eyes on it as possible. You only want a very specific set of people to go to it, or preferably none, by the looks of it. It also shows that they do not have the conviction of their own storyline. They do not believe in their own storyline. And that is exceedingly important. If they believed that what they had done was good stuff, and they were proud of what had been put out, then regardless of what people would think, like it or dislike it, then you would stick behind the conviction of your work. This is not the case here. They've decided to get it out of public viewage. They clearly don't have the conviction. And I'm not surprised, because it's weak source. It's complete and utter weak source. This isn't the ending of an expansion. Look at it, a tower, a small tower falling down in the wasteland. What? And of course, it's been likened to the Lord of the Rings ending. It's been likened, the music's been likened to it as well, almost kind of beat for beat. The Heart of Azeroth just appears to be a Dragon Soul 2.0. It's a thing that does the beam, that does the witsy. And the raid itself looks very similar to Firelands. So there are so many repetitious moments in this that it doesn't feel original. It doesn't feel particularly well thought out. Kelsa Preeds its Battle for Azeroth. Now, another important aspect of this isn't any sort of hate campaign towards Blizz. In recent months, because most of the people who are sick and tired of Battle for Azeroth have left, and clearly have shown no interest in returning, when Blizzard have been putting out their patch videos and things like that, ratio-wise, they've been doing fine. Much more positive than negative comments, and again with the like to dislike ratio. So when you go through the comment section, you can see that this isn't disgruntled ex-WoW players. These are current WoW players. These are people who have seen the story and are just really disheartened by it all. So the reaction to it is a legitimate reaction from, I would say, the majority of their player base. Sure, there's always going to be some people which come in, flick a dislike. Look, I don't like BFA. I think it's an absolute sack of garbage. But I'm not going to dislike. I think it's shite. But I'm not going to just click a dislike. So these are people that are current people that are showing a legitimate disdain. And the only reason why I'm not doing a like or dislike is I'm just not bothered. WoW, I don't care about WoW. I just don't care anymore. Which is such a shame, because this is a game that I adored, I loved, etc. And now I'm apathetic to it, completely apathetic to it. That, stuff like this, it's just like, well, what do you expect? The whole expansion seems to be created in bad faith. It seems to have just literally been created to, I'd say delay people, but it's just like, just busy doing nothing, essentially. You don't feel as if anything that you're contributing towards is worthwhile or fun. And I haven't had a fun on World of Warcraft for, a significant amount of time. Little bits here or there, little flashes here or there, but as an overall entity, not so much. So if Blizzard want to pull their own story, if they want to get it out of the public sphere, then it shows a massive lack of conviction in their own work. And if you have no conviction about what you're putting out, then surely you're the wrong people for the job. That's what I believe. If you cannot get behind what you do, if you cannot support what you do, then why are you doing it? If you're embarrassed by your work to the degree that you have to pull it just because you get dislikes, it's still engagement, then why do it? If somebody who actually genuinely likes this, and I can't legitimately see too much why, I think it's very basic indeed. Sure, you're going to get your hardcore of hardcore people, and you'll most likely get videos from certain select shills, which no doubt will say this is actually so good, so compelling, so good. But my issue with this, just from a logical standpoint, is how does this link us into the next expansion? How does this link into Shadowlands? I don't see it. Yeah, we've seen the cinematic that they did with Sylvanas and the Lich King and all that, which I thought was... it's a nicely put together cinematic, but I thought the storytelling was just laughably bad. But where is the link going into that expansion? Where's the breadcrumbs? Where's the tethers? It just doesn't seem to be there. This should be setting up where the game is going to go next. And it doesn't. It's like, tough titty, wait for the pre-expansion event. Whatever that may be. Hey, we're going to do some more invasions here because we ain't got no ideas. So it's embarrassing. I think Blizzard are embarrassed, and I think it is an embarrassing thing to do. That you can't even believe in your own product to the degree that you want to keep it out of the public eye. As I said, when it comes to testing, I've got no interest anymore in testing World of Warcraft because I don't believe your feedback means anything to these people. I think they have a very specific idea about what they do, and they don't care what you say about the content that they put out. They certainly didn't in BFA. Will I pick Shadowlands up at launch? I don't know. I might do just to see what it's like. Just you buy the product, you get 30. Oh no. I was just about to say you buy the product, you get 30-day subscription. But now it all depends on which level of the expansion you get, because they've now upped it to get more money because screw Blizzard. But I might just check it out to see what the first 30 days are like. And if it's compelling, then who knows? But if it's not, then no, I don't think so. So there we go. Blizzard have unlisted. They've pulled from the public sphere their own final cinematic to the current expansion because they're embarrassed about the reaction that they've got from it because they don't have the strength of conviction in their own product. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do get a thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Follow me on social media, Twitch, live streaming links, subscribe down below. That's for you to care. Bye for now.